What's happening, guys? I want to talk about something that I talk about a lot today. That's going to be reverse dieting. There's something that is just really starting to eat at me. It's something that I have to get off my chest, and it's something that I have to beg you to do if you have this long history of dieting, and if you're yo-yo dieting a lot, on again, off again, always trying to lose that last 5 to 10 pounds, or always trying to get that weight off, and continually stopping and starting. You need to hear this message, and that is that you have to start being patient. Your lack of patience is absolutely destroying you, and it's killing me to watch. I hate it. I hate seeing you suffer so much, but the only reason that you continue to suffer is because you will not see a reverse diet through properly. You have to understand that you're maintaining on super low calories right now. You already know that you cannot budge anymore. You cannot be more aggressive. You cannot do more cardio. It's just unrealistic to do it and stick to it long term. So at this point, you really have two options. You either continue to eat these low calories and do lots of cardio to maintain your weight forever and just continue to do this, or you stop, you go through a reverse diet, you take your time and be super patient and stop dieting all the time and put yourself in a position where you can finally lose the weight because your metabolism is finally not tanked from all this dieting. Which I guess technically there's a third option. The third option is to completely give up, not pay attention at all, and gain a crap load of weight back. We don't want that. Nobody wants that. So the big thing is here, like, I know it's difficult. I really do. I get that it's mentally extremely challenging to say, I'm going to spend the next 6, 8, 10, 12 months, year and a half, not getting to the place where you want to be, not losing that weight that you want to lose, but it's going to be absolutely critical for you to do this if you ever want to get there. I mean, chances are you spent the last how many years trying to get there anyway with all this dieting, and it hasn't gotten you there. And the reason you haven't gotten there is because you keep dieting over and over and over and over, and your metabolism is just completely wrecked because of it. You've got to work on fixing that now. We've got to get you into a better spot. That will not happen if you are not patient. If you keep rushing back into a calorie deficit every time you start to feel uncomfortable with your weight, you start to feel uncomfortable with the amount of food that you're eating, you're starting to feel uncomfortable that your pants are fitting a little bit tighter because you're going through this reverse diet, it's going to continue down this path. You're going to adapt right back down to those low calories. You didn't give your body enough time to get better and recover, so now you have to start completely over again. It's killing you. Please, please stop this behavior. We did a video recently with my friend Tammy, and she's going to put it on YouTube. If it's up by the time I release this video, I will put a link here. We talked a lot about reverse dieting. One of the things we talked about is one of the keys to people who I see who are successful with a reverse diet is kind of the mindset and the ability to have what I would consider to be delayed gratification, or the ability to not get so focused on having to get that reward that you want right now, and being patient enough and just trusting the process and doing what you need to do long term to reap the rewards later on. And in this video, I mentioned that there was a study that was done a long time ago where they took 5-year-old children, and they had, most people call it the marshmallow study, but there was multiple different things that they used. But one of the things would be like a marshmallow, and they would say to the 5-year-old, they would say, okay, you can have this marshmallow. All right, we're going to give you this marshmallow. You can have it right now, or if you wait, you can have 2. All right, and I might butcher this a little bit, but the point is you can get more instead of just the 1 if you wait. They didn't tell them how long, they just said you had to wait. All right. Then in follow-up studies years later, this was originally done in like the 60s or 70s, I think. In follow-up studies way down the road, they found that people who were children who were 5 years old, who delayed that gratification, who decided they didn't want the 1, they would wait to have more later. These people had much higher success rates in general in life, whether that be happiness with a relationship, or better paying jobs, lower BMIs, just all kinds of different things that would people would look at and see, okay, well that person's a little bit more successful, which that opens up a whole different can of worms. But the point is, people who delayed that gratification did better than the people who did not. And I find that to be so true, even with reverse dieting, right? The people who struggle are the ones that are constantly going, I need to lose the weight, I need to lose the weight, I can't do this, I need to stop, I can't take this anymore, I have to reverse, I have to get the weight off, I have to do it, I have to do it. They always struggle so much, probably because they're always focusing on something that they're not trying to focus on at that point. You know what I mean? Like, if you're trying to focus on losing weight, in a phase where weight loss is not the goal, you're gonna go crazy. It's gonna be a miserable experience and you're probably going to fail. You have to kind of get out of that mindset of, I need to lose weight. All right? You're not trying to do that right now. You are in a reverse. So instead, focus on more performance-based goals. Focus on how you're getting stronger. Focus how you're feeling better. Focus how you have more energy. Focus how you get to eat more food and probably create a better relationship with food, because you can start including things that you never were able to before because your calories are getting higher. Focus on all the good things that come with a reverse diet, which there is a lot. And then you can focus on the weight loss part of things down the road when you go through the cut. But you have to have that patience to see it through. If every time you start feeling uncomfortable, you try to diet again, it's not going to work. And it's just going to be a miserable experience. You're never going to get there. And you're literally going to spend the rest of your life trying to get that same weight off and probably only getting bigger because you keep messing up your metabolism so much. I don't want that for you. That sucks. I hate that for you. So get away from that. We got to stop. We got to have the patience. You got to start thinking big picture and stop thinking short term all the time. The amount of people that I know who I've spoken to 2 years ago, 3 years ago, who were unwilling to stick out a good reverse diet at that point, who are still in the same spot that they were 2 or 3 years ago because they were not willing to go through it. It wrecks me. I hate it. I hate it so much. And it's so tough to watch, but it happens all the time because they just do not have the patience. They are so focused on get that weight off, get that weight off. That's all they care about. And it's killing them. Don't let that be you. All right, it's time to think big picture and make the appropriate changes. So I wanted to kind of relay that message today, give my plea to you to break the cycle and go through the process and do the right thing, and your body will thank you and you will thank you. It takes patience. I'm not saying it's easy. There's going to be a lot of challenges, especially mentally along the way, but I'm telling you right now, it will be worth it.
I'm addicted to the love that you're giving. Every minute, every day I've been craving.